Okay. Hello, new viewer. Please stick around. I'm just waiting for a few more people to show up. Or not, it's fine. Maybe I should have just done what I was supposed to be doing rather than, Okay, anyway, sorry. First off, I feel like I should explain the fact that I have not slept in about 2 days straight. Yeah, I know. Not that great. But that's okay. It should just make this stream far more interesting for you guys, because I'll be kind of, anyways. So for those of you that don't know who I am, I'm BlueMoonMonsoon, but you guys can call me Moony. And today, I figured I've been meaning to design a tiara version of the crown that my favorite streamer Ranboo wears. So I figured, why not do it on a stream? Just chat with whoever shows up. Getting to chat with whoever shows up. Should be a fun stream, hopefully. I haven't streamed in a while. It's been a while since I've streamed. I've just been really busy with college and trying to figure out what I actually want to stream and stuff. So, but I'm back. I haven't given up yet. Hopefully I won't give up. And hopefully I won't need to give up. Anyways, let's go ahead. Let's see. Where do I want to start with this? Well, as is my typical response to those kinds of questions, let's go ahead and create a little checklist for myself of ideas of how we could go about doing this. Also, I hope you can hear me well. I hope the music's not too loud. Anyways. Alright. So one of the things... Oh, perhaps I should explain who Ranboo is if you don't know who he is first. Ranboo is a popular Twitch streamer and YouTuber. He mostly does Minecraft content, but he also does... He doesn't want us to call it variety streaming, but he does a lot of other IRL stuff as well. So he has a very particular brand that goes with, his channel and everything. And one of those things that is part of his brand is his crown with green and red jewels on it. Another one of them, to kind of show you guys previous successes I've had with creating, fan-based, like fan, I don't know how you would call it, basically with creating like accessories or clothing and stuff based off its brand, because I am a fan and stuff. I made well, I revamped some sunglasses that I had and made them into his sunglasses that he wears. Basically, how I did this was, all I did was, I may not, can you see, there's a little screw there, so I unscrewed the sides from the main frame, and then I used nail polish because I didn't have like paint really that would work for it. So I used nail polish, multiple coats of it, and drying and stuff, to paint each of the sides the color that they're supposed to be. Then I screwed them back on, and had very simple, Ranboo glasses. I'm wearing sunglasses already, but let's just go ahead and nice. That's a real style there. Anyways, basically I've managed to successfully create stuff like this before. So, you guys maybe might be wondering why I want to do this, but I've sort of been wanting, or like I've been working on a project where I take like Ranboo's brand or like certain outfits that he wears typically and stuff like that, and I like make them more feminine, I guess. I've sort of been like designing different outfits and stuff. And with those outfits goes the small details like the accessories and stuff. Mostly just because it's fun. It's kind of cool to do that. And there's just a lot of potential there with Ranboo's brand. He has the black and white thing. Then he also has the red and the green. There's the mask and glasses, the crown, the whole Enderman thing. It just, all of it is a lot in his brand that you can draw stuff from to create this kind of stuff. So I find that fun to do. So one of the things that I wanted to create for this whole project that I'm thinking of making like more feminine fashion line of like Ranboo's brand. Is that weird? That's probably weird. Don't judge me, okay? Right. One of the things that I thought would be cool would be to recreate a different sort of version of the crown that he wears, right? Since we're going with the more feminine stuff, I was thinking making it a tiara instead, with the same sort of basic like gold with the red and green jewels and stuff. Basically, and I was thinking of making it more like very like intricate. That will be difficult for me to do if I'm going to actually manage to really IRL create this, but I think it would be cool if it could be kind of intricate with like swirls and stuff and like delicate almost in a way, but not. Does that make sense? Anyways, so I was figuring I would go ahead and try and design that now. Let me write that checklist that I was going to write really quick of the ideas. One of the things I was thinking about is that I obviously would need to reference the actual crown. I think he's had multiple different of the same kind of thing. Anyways, that he has actually worn. The crown that his Minecraft character wears. Just finding visual. What are they called? Oh, 1 second. Sort of finding visual references for what I want of the actual crown so that I can create something from that. I also thought I would need to like sort of look into maybe different designs for tiaras so that I could think of, you know, how to sort of switch that out and stuff. Let me write that down really quick. Also, I hope everyone that is watching, or, well, I mean, no one's really watching right now live, but that you guys are having a wonderful day. If you didn't have a wonderful day, I'm sorry. I hope it gets better. What are some of your guys' favorite, like, if you guys, well, I assume you would watch streams if you're watching mine. Who are some of your guys' favorite streamers and YouTubers? You know, and why do you like them? Then okay. So I actually, because I've been working on this project and stuff, I actually on my camera have a few of those, a few pictures of the crown laborers and stuff. So you probably won't have to look up too much on the actual computer. Actually, look up that much on the computer. So that's cool. Let me just see if I can remember which camera SD card they're on. I think it's on this one. Also, something cool that has happened with me and that will help my streams and stuff. I got a ring light yesterday. I'm staring at it right now. Quite nice, it has different settings and you can adjust the height and everything. So that should help with my the lighting of my streams and everything and videos. So you can actually see in the reflection of my sunglasses the ring light. Very, very bright. Oh, it looks like I have weird eyes. Yes, someone please screenshot that. Cursed image. I'm actually gonna screenshot that because that is absolutely hilarious to me. Beautiful. Sorry, where were we? If you don't know me very well, I get distracted very easily. I have ADHD, And I haven't slept in like 2 days, so that doesn't help. So I'll be kind of all over the place often, but sometimes that can be quite interesting and fun. So, you know, let's see. Yes, I was looking at the visual references I have. Let's see if this is actually the right one. Nope, it is not. Okay, it's the other one then. Do you guys like the outfit today that I'm wearing today? I really like it. This suit jacket. If you guys have watched me before, you've seen me in this dress and jewelry and stuff. But I think this new suit jacket is a very nice addition. What do you guys think? It's cool because I got it for free. One of my friends at college had some clothing that they don't wear anymore that's too small for them, so they gave it to me. So that's pretty cool. You know, preventing fast fashion, better for the environment. And I mean, who doesn't love free stuff? Yes, this is the right one. Okay. Do. Where is it? Do. Or is it the right? This is bothering me because I can't figure out what I'm doing. It was the other one. Wow, This is why you should sleep, people. Apparently, sleep deprivation can actually cause brain damage, which explains a lot for me. Because I have a lot of sleep deprivation, a lot. Because not only do I have insomnia, I have narcolepsy. So that's fun. Okay, this is confusing me. Why do neither of them seem to... what's going on? I'm puzzled. I don't know what's going on. But clearly my brain is out of it today, so... It's also probably just harder for me to see the pictures because I'm wearing sunglasses. So, I mean... Oh, thank you for the like. If you're a new viewer, please consider maybe subscribing as well. Hello, viewer. Hope you are having a what? Wait, why? What the? What's going on? Please no. Sorry. There was I had to scramble open and then a video call randomly started going. I'm freaking out and panic, pure panic. Does that ever happen to you guys? That's so annoying when that happens, isn't it? Bye, viewer. Or no, it's probably the same person that was accidentally video called. Life is an experience, that's for sure. I have a Lovejoy song stuck in my head. Oh, yep, I found them. Okay. Interesting. This crown that he's wearing is actually red and blue jewels, but that's not accurate to his brand. This one's kind of too blurry to tell. Yeah, for the one that he actually has in person, it looks like he has blue jewels on it instead of green jewels, but that's probably just probably couldn't find one that actually had green jewels, you know, so. Speaking of which, it's kind of going to be difficult for me without having to, like, buy stuff, and I try and always use just the materials that I have to make stuff. It's going to be really difficult to make the jewels. I've been thinking of a few different possibilities of what I could do for that. Thinking maybe some marbles that I have, or you know, those like dragon tears or whatever they're called. It's basically like, yeah, maybe some of those, maybe buttons. I don't know. I'm kind of. Or there was one idea I had. I have like, so you know when you have braces, they give you that wax that you can put in your mouth to like keep it from stabbing you and stuff. So I have some leftover from when I had braces, right? And so it's basically just wax. I was thinking maybe I could shape them into like a jewel-like shape, and then I could like paint them or something like that so that they look like jewels. I don't know, maybe that would work. I don't know. I'm pretty creative, so I'm sure I can come up with multiple different ways of solving the problem. It just is a matter of, you know, figuring out what I have and how I can use it. Looks like there's two different crowns. Interesting. But they're both red and blue instead of green and blue. Okay. Let me actually go ahead now and look up are any of you guys Spotify users? Keep going on Twitter and everyone's like, here's my 2021 rewind, and then I felt like I had to post about mine. I wasn't very surprised by mine. It's literally been like the songs that I have been listening to for like the past forever. So I wish I could share my screen with you guys so that I could show you guys what I am actually looking up online, but unfortunately I do not have that ability right now. Of course, it shows all the fan art of the crown, not actual crowns. Oh, interesting. Did someone actually make one here? It's a bit tacky, but probably better than I could do, actually. My idea is not original, cries. Let's see. I'm gonna actually open that tab. All right. Oh, that's okay. If you had a crown, what color jewels would you want in it? I really like the color blue, so I'd probably want blue jewels. Or purple, because purple's a very royal color. And I'm not getting a lot of helpful content here. You would have black, gray, and blue as the jewel colors, or like would you make, instead of like gold, would you make it like black or something? That would be kind of cool. I kind of like silver more than gold, so I would go with like silver as like the base and then blue jewels. That would be pretty cool. Sorry, this is taking a bit and isn't very interactive, unfortunately, but okay, that's not what I was. Well, that one's interesting to do. Anyways, I basically know what the crown looks like. Now I need to figure out tiaras. So sorry that the music's not playing right now. It always shuts out whenever I click back on the stream. 1 second. Is the audio too loud or is that good? Okay, good. Oh, well, look at this tiara. Interesting. Why are these all so freaking fancy? Unnecessarily so. I prefer wearing my top hat to wearing tiaras, but the closest to a tiara that I have is this fake plastic one that is more like a hair comb thing. It's also kind of broken, see? But that's okay. It's still usable, sort of. I'm gonna put in actually, I'm gonna say simple tiara designs. I look up simple tiara designs and it just gives me the opposite of helpful stuff. So, thanks, Google. I mean, you tried your best, but wasn't good enough. I'm actually quite worried about trying to actually create this in IRL because I'm not very good with my hands and stuff. Like, I'm not very good at actually creating stuff physically. My sister is, she's really good at it, but every time I try and do something like this, it usually turns out terrible. So I'm kind of worried about it, but I mean, I can only do my best, right? When I said simple, I didn't mean clip art. Google. Thanks so much, Google. That's so helpful. Alright, I'll just say practice makes perfect. Or at least better, you know. Maybe the design of the tiara could also sort of relate back to his brand. Stuff like that. I mean, it's a possibility, but because I'm looking at these and they have like their designs are either like swirls or maybe they have some like flowery designs. They have different sort of styles that incorporate patterns. So maybe if I wanted to do that, well, what would I even do? Huh. Well, sorry, I'm just thinking. You know what would be kind of cool? So Ranboo is really good with computers. He's built his own PC multiple times. And his favorite band is Lemon Demon, and they kind of give me like computer wires and stuff vibe. What if I made it sort of like the design of the tiara, sort of like computer wire themed or computer themed? That would be kind of cool, but probably really difficult to do. I don't know. I'm writing that down anyways. But I probably won't go with that because it seems far too difficult, and I don't know how exactly I would go about doing that. But I mean, that could be kind of cool. What other things can I think of in relation to that? I can make it Hawaiian shirt themed. Oh gosh. Nope. That'd be kind of funny though. I must admit, maybe I should, before I think about the actual design, stuff like that, I should think about how I'm actually going to go about making this. First of all, I know that I'm going to need a base for where it goes around the head. So what sort of material could I use for that? Sorry, I should. Well, you can't even see it anyways because I'm drawing in pencil. Maybe if I use an erasable pen. I am almost so close to being done with my 2 college classes that I'm taking. They end December 13th. So I am really, I'll be happy when that's over, but in the meantime, it's stressful to try and, deal with the finals and stuff like that, But I feel pretty confident about my 2 classes that I'll be able to do well with those. But I don't know. Today I was supposed to go to class in person, but the teacher also provided a Zoom link, and I was kind of like afraid that if I went to class in person, like I almost unless he's like sick or something and he's like we have to Zoom call, I always go in person. So it's kind of different for me to choose to not go in person but to do it through the Zoom call. There was only like one person that was there in person. I would have been the only other person that was there in person. Anyways, because I was afraid that, like, considering how tired and like just exhausted and not okay I was, like I was afraid that I would I would injure myself on accident just trying to get from where my sister had dropped me off to like my actual classroom, because I was kind of dizzy and and not completely there, and can be kind of dangerous when you're in that kind of state, being that sleep deprived. So I was glad that I was able to do it at home. Although there have been times that I was like that, and I didn't have a choice. I had to go to school, I remember in high school I had gone like 3 days straight without sleep, and I was in a terrible, absolutely terrible state. And the high school that I was attending at the time had a ridiculous amount of stairs. It was also like just huge. It was huge, right? And so I kept nearly falling down the stairs. I was like, okay, so apparently, just missing like an hour or so sleep is like equivalent to being like a little tipsy. So imagine missing like 48 or more hours of sleep. You acting like you're straight up drunk. You're like, you are intoxicated. Not literally, but like, your state is basically that. I swear, some people probably like in high school or like in college when I was in those like so sleep deprived, probably thought like that I was like had a like that I was a drunkard or something. I don't know. Because I was literally like, it was so. Yes, the young woman that has never tasted alcohol is stumbling around like a drunkard. Should we be concerned? Yeah, but is it bad that it's actually kind of fun sometimes when you're like that? I mean, it's not healthy or good, and it can be kind of terrifying sometimes, actually, but I don't know. It's weird. See, I keep getting way off topic. Wow. But somehow I'm not surprised that I am. Yes, it is the joy of being chaotic. being chaotic does bring me quite a bit of joy. It's kind of part of why I wear top hats to college and stuff. The chaos is addictive and fun. You know, it makes life less boring. You know, I really should have taken a nap today. Oh, look, I keep getting Twitter stuff. Twitter notifications. I used to like not even really have a Twitter account, or like I didn't ever really use it, but then a lot of like the streamers that I like to watch and stuff use it to like notify their viewers and stuff that they're going live, or this is what's going on with me right now and stuff. And so I felt like I was missing out on a lot of the content that they were creating because of that. Also, I knew it would be a helpful resource for me in my streaming and endeavors for me to use Twitter like that as well. But it won't stop posting. Please. In my Writing 101 class, we are writing our big, like, last final assignment that's 25% of our grade is this researched argument essay. And for mine, I'm addressing how parents and guardians shouldn't censor literature from their children or the books that they read and stuff, but that they should guide them through more intense texts and such instead. Just actually been quite interesting to, to write about and to research. I mean, I chose that topic because it was something I was interested in, of course. And also something that that I had personally experienced and stuff. Also I'm a book nerd, so why would I ever want anyone to prevent people from reading, But I found some very interesting resources for it, or sources for it. One of them was this study that was conducted to figure out what children's views of censorship were, and that was really interesting to me. It was relatable too. So, like, when the kids were asked, should stuff like should parents censor what you're like reading and stuff like that, they're like, no, like it wasn't. The censorship wasn't a popular idea to them. They were like, I don't like that idea, but they did. We're sort of like, yeah, but in some cases, I think it would be necessary, And then when they were asked, so they brought, for each of the children, they like asked, so do your parents like limit what you read and like stuff like that? And they're like, yeah, sometimes and stuff like that, but I mean, I find ways of reading it anyways. They're like, the fact that they told me that I can't just makes me want to do it more. And so they find ways to read it anyways. So relatable to me. But what about you guys? Did you have those experiences where you were told that you couldn't read a certain book or something, and then you figured you just did it anyways? You found your own clever ways of reading it. Did that ever happen to you guys? You know what? I should do it 1 second. Instead of using this clipboard, we're going to go ahead and use this folder so that you guys will actually be able to see what I am drawing, because it will be tilted up, sort of. Maybe. Sounds like your mom knew what she was doing. See, that's exactly the sort of thing that, like, I'm saying should be happening and stuff. Like, where you don't censor what they, like, you don't say that they can't read something. You don't censor them from certain books, but you guide them or tell them about, like, what things that might come up in the book that they should be aware of and stuff like that. Something that, sorry, I have to adjust the camera a little bit. Something that I found really interesting was in high school. My principal, which was also one of my teachers, she told us about how what she did in, like, her household when one of her children or something wanted to, like, read something that was maybe, like, a little, was one of those things that some parents would censor, right? And she said that basically what she does is she lets them read it, but what she does is if it's one of those books, she reads it with them, sort of like, or like something like that. And another one of the teachers that was there, that was at my school, she was also, weirdly enough, the mom of one of the students, that one of my fellow students in middle school. What that teacher would do is they would sit down their child that wanted to read whatever it was, and would just sort of, like, go over with them about what sort of things might come up and stuff like that. But they let them read it, which is really interesting and kind of cool, I mean, I'm actually kind of jealous of that, because I mean, that shows such, like, sort of like a healthy or good relationship between the kid and the adult, the parent. I don't feel like I could, I don't feel like my parents would put that much attention into it and stuff, I don't know. It just sort of makes me a little jealous, I remember in class, because with that student, we were in our English class, and he brought up that that's what his parents, like, would do. And he was, for some reason, I don't know, he was weird. Because he wasn't religious as far as I know. I'm pretty sure he wasn't religious, but he was like, at that time, what he was reading in class was literally the Bible. And so the teacher was like, so what about the Bible, the thing that you're reading? Did they talk to you about that at all? And he's just like, nope. Didn't say a word. Nope. I'm just like, okay. Interesting. But I don't know, that's just kind of, is that weird? I mean, being a religious person my entire life, I feel it's kind of weird to just choose to read the Bible as free reading. That's literally what he did. He chose it as free reading. That's kind of weird. I mean, you do you, but what? True. Either that is quoting person here. That is strange. Either you don't read the Bible or get forced to. Kind of true. Kind of true now that I think about that. I was forced to, but like not in a negative way. I mean, but it's like, I know, that's kind of weird. Or like, I feel like the other option, there's like 3 there besides just those 2, is like, if you actually are curious about like maybe becoming religious or something like that, then maybe you read it. But like otherwise, it's like, yeah, those are the 2 things. But like, to choose it as free reading, that was very, very new to me. But I mean, that wasn't the weirdest thing about that person. So, but weird in a good way, I guess. So they definitely made school and class way more interesting and fun. So appreciate that. Another interesting thing from that study that I read as a source was what the children deemed inappropriate or too mature, as opposed to what parents and like adults typically do. They identify, they only really had an opposition to, or were opposed to, literature and books that were too violent or scary. They're in like apparently only content that was too sexual was only brought up like once by one of the kids, and like sort of like a passing comment. They didn't even really think of that like as appropriate. They were just that the only thing that they seemed to be concerned about was if it was too violent or scary, whereas a lot of parents would be giving a lot of other, reasons or deem a lot of other things as too inappropriate. So I found that pretty interesting, and I feel like when I was a kid, yeah, I would kind of agree with that, but like I think I would also be a bit more like into the sexual stuff as well. You know? So, but I thought that was pretty interesting. Another one of the sources that I found was an interview with the author Neil Gaiman, I think that's how you pronounce it, who wrote Coraline, The Graveyard Book, stuff like that, which are very good books. I'm currently reading The Graveyard Book for the first time. I've read Coraline before and I really like it. So apparently his books have been censored before multiple times. So he's having this interview about that and about what his views on censorship were, what his sort of experience with if his parents censored anything from him, which they didn't. A lot of really interesting stuff like that. He also brought up that the interviewer had asked if he thought that books should have ratings like movies do and stuff. And he brought up, because I think he's British. He's not American, I don't believe. He's like, well, in America, they put ages blank to blank on the back of the book, which I don't really approve of because it's not a matter of what age, but how mature the reader is, which I found that was one really, really good point from him. Because I mean, you could be a 5-year-old who's mature enough to read something, whereas you could be literally a 50-year-old and still not be ready or mature enough to read something like Beloved by Toni Morrison. It's all about maturity and where you are at. There's also this really kind of funny thing that he said. It was in schools they force you to read those things that are controversial. Meanwhile, forgetting that it's the stuff that they don't want you to read or something. It was kind of funny when he said that. What was the other source that I had? The other source that I have 5 sources, but the 3 main ones that I've gotten a lot of help from. The third one was from a English teacher and stuff about her experience, and then some research that she found and stuff about all of this and why she thinks parents and adults like her feel the need to censor stuff like that from children. And she also brought up what according to statistics, are the 3 biggest reasons for books being censored or challenged. I don't remember the order they were in, but one was sexually explicit or sexual content. One was violence, and then the third was offensive language, which is interesting. I also, for one of the reasons that I bring up in my essay, sorry. I brought up my own personal experience related to like what I was talking about. So let me tell you about it. So I was in like 5th grade, right? I had just finished reading the Egypt game. And so at the back of the book, it said that there was a sequel to it called the Gypsy game. And so I really wanted to read it. And my school, of course, had a library. So I looked for it upon the shelves, but I wasn't able to find it. But I did find, however, a book titled The Year the Gypsies Came, right? I figured, I read the back of the book and I'm like, oh, this sounds interesting. And the back of the book, like the summary, was pretty innocent, you know? Pretty casual. I'm like, oh, this seems interesting. I guess I'll read it instead, you know? Oops. It ended up being way, way, way more mature than I was ready for. And I mean, I can kind of understand why it was on the shelf of the school library because that school was like a K through 12, right? A K through 12 school or something like that. So I mean, of course, they would have older students that would be prepared and ready to read that. But I certainly wasn't. It is a really very good book though. But it brought up like infidelity, suicide, rape, stuff like that. That I was like, what's going on? help, right? But I just kept reading it anyways because that's just who I am, right? I'm glad that I read it, even if I wasn't ready for it, because it helped me to become more informed and stuff. But I really, really wish that like I had some sort of guidance or like warning or something about it, you know. So I sort of used that as one of my as some of my support for one of my reasons. What's a book that you read that maybe you weren't prepared for or like mature enough to read yet? That's for sure. Surprise, surprise. You know a wonderful thing about books? They don't have ads or commercials. Isn't that wonderful? Only cliffhangers, yeah, which can sometimes be even worse. Because sometimes the authors don't even write the second book or whatever it is, and then you never know. You just never know. But I mean, shows have cliffhangers, and a lot of other media have cliffhangers as well, so I mean. But you know what a lot of other media has? Like a ridiculous amount, especially in America? Ads and commercials. Oh. It's kind of getting late. And I've got pretty much nothing done. But that's okay, because I'm enjoying talking. You know, de-stressing. Not over-obsessing. I don't know what I'm doing there. I still have to, I really should have spent today working on the actual essay, but I didn't because I'm stupid and I'm super tired. But, yeah. It reminds me of this really stupid thing that I did when I was in high school for this huge project, right? So it's a very open project assignment, you know? It was basically you just had to write about something. You had to research like history or stuff like that pertaining to the 1950s. It could be anything about the 1950s in America, right? And so I really like literature and books and stuff, right? So I thought about all these dystopian novels that were written in the 1950s, like Lord of the Flies and Fahrenheit 451 in 1984, and Animal Farm and stuff like that, right? So I basically spent all this time and everything researching that and like creating this argument that they were writing about this kind of stuff because they were afraid that it would happen to them because of the censorship and like communist threats and stuff that was going on at that time. And so that's why they were writing about it, to like as a warning and stuff. So that was pretty cool, and I liked it and everything. But I made the stupidest mistake. Went up there, I presented and everything, and then the teacher like stopped me like maybe 4 or 5 slides in, and he's like, Moony, although he would have called me by my real name. This is wonderful and beautiful and everything, but there's just one little problem. I'm like, what? All those authors were British. I'm like, oh crap! This is an American history class, and I just talk about freaking British dystopian novels that were written because of the things that were going on Britain. Oh my gosh, I felt so freaking stupid. So in front of the entire class too. It was all my fault. Oh gosh, I literally crashed the entire project because I was too stupid to realize or to look into the fact that the authors of these brilliant dystopian novels that were written in the 1950s were British, not American. Oh god. That was an experience, probably one of the most embarrassing and distressing things I've ever experienced. Oh gosh. I certainly learned something there. Yeah, I was thinking about that too. I thought so too, but it was still like, because what I was doing with PowerPoint and everything was I was bringing up each of the books, relating it back to certain parts and specific events and stuff that were happening in America at the time, and like relating them to them. So like, yeah, you make a good point, and that was a point that I was thinking about as well. That's why it was so easy for me to get them confused, because I mean the same thing was sort of happening in America and everything, But the authors weren't writing about what was going on in America. They were writing about what was going on in Britain. So it was like, wow. And I mean, I don't think it would have been as big of a deal if it weren't for the fact that it was specifically an American history class. Specifically American history. Well, I mean, it could have been worse, I guess. I could have just not done it at all. I mean, at least I actually learned some, well, from the experience, and also like more about what was going on at the time in America in the 1950s and relating to that stuff, and more about dystopian literature, which I really like. And I read some dystopian literature that I had never read before, which I enjoyed. I read Fahrenheit 451. What is an unpopular book opinion you have? Can you be more specific about that? Like about about a specific book, or like about books in general? What are you asking me specifically? In general. Oh, that's kind of hard for me. I have to think about that for like a minute or two. An unpopular book opinion you have. Well, one of them, which I've already brought up, is that parents shouldn't be allowed to tell their children what not to read. But since that was already sort of, I'm gonna come up with a different one really quick. But unpopular book opinion. I don't know. It's kind of hard to think of things if you're just doing it in general. Can you give me like an example of one that you have? Smut? What do you mean by that? Yeah, I don't really like that either, to be honest. Although I typically like really avoid it. Like, yeah, I genuinely just don't really read that stuff ever really. So, but I don't know. I feel like often when I read, I just feel satisfied with what it is. I mean, I feel like a lot of the cliches and stuff just don't really bother me that much. I mean, I'm sure there's some stuff like that, but I mean, I specifically choose to read books that don't really. Oh, I have an unpopular book opinion. You know, the stuff that Jane Austen writes. What's that one novel that's so popular? It has like it's about those four sisters or something that get in like carriage crash or something. Pride and Prejudice. I tried reading that. I could not get through it. I hated it so much. An unpopular opinion that I have is that Jane Austen's writings are overrated. Sorry, people, don't beat me up for that, but it's just not my cup of tea. Aren't like most of her novels pretty much like the same plot too? Like, I mean, I'm not even. I mean, I guess it might come from the fact that I'm not really a fan of like romance novels and stuff like that. I mean, I don't know. Jane Austen it feels like her books are overrated. That's just my personal opinion. I know a lot of people really like her stuff and that she's a classical author. I'm not saying that I don't like her stuff because she's classic novels. I love classic novels. There are many classic novels that I really love and admire that even are from the same sort of time period and stuff. But I don't know, Jane Austen, what she writes just doesn't do it for me. You know? I've read much better similar novels. I mean, that's probably a really unpopular opinion. I'm sure she's a wonderful writer and author, but it's not really my thing. You know, another unpopular sort of thing is I love reading like middle grade novels, like books and stuff. Although my reading level is much higher, simply because I feel like they have the best stories. Unpopular opinion is probably that I feel like reading a children's book, even if it's just a picture book, is perfectly fine no matter what age you are. It's perfectly fine and normal for a 30-year-old to choose to read a picture book just for themselves. I believe that's fine and it should be fine, and it's probably an unpopular opinion that you'd probably get teased if you were reading something like that as for leisure and stuff, but like does that mess up? Yeah, that messes up the lighting too much. I'll just turn the ring light up, change It's also probably just way darker for me because I'm wearing sunglasses. Seems like it's already on the highest setting, so. Oh, what's going on? 1 second. I'll probably end soonish, even though I didn't really accomplish what I meant to, because I'm tired and I want to have some more free time and stuff as well. I'm doing other things than just streaming, but probably not too soon. The sun's going down as well. It's always nice. I've always enjoyed sitting here and looking out the window because the sun sets like right where this window is, and it's always so aesthetic and pleasing to watch it go down as I work and stuff like that. Quite calming, quite beautiful. I feel very calm and relaxed and like low-key chill right now. It's like that feeling of like dusk, but like silence and calm. It's just a very nice feeling, you know? Okay, bye. Enjoy your meal. Thank you for watching. Yes, now it's just me, myself, and center clarity, peace, serenity. I really need some more streaming music. Because hearing the same thing over and over again is not entertaining. It's bleh. Sorry if you can hear my sister in the background. Yeah, I think I'm gonna end really soon. But I hope you guys have enjoyed what I've been streaming so far today. I know I got very, very distracted. Got very, very distracted from what we were supposed to be doing. And we basically got nothing done. But that's okay, because I still enjoyed it, and hopefully you still enjoyed it as well. It was very chill. I got to talk about stuff, and maybe you got to learn some stuff about censorship. I don't know. It's kind of funny. I have this interest in censorship, and yet I'm not. Maybe that's part of why I don't like censorship, is because I am very, very bad at censoring myself and what I say. But reminds me of that I often relate to that Melanie Martinez song called Soap. Gosh, I wish I never spoke. Now I gotta wash my mouth out with soap. I know I brought up earlier in the stream the like your from Spotify, like your 2021 rewind or whatever it is. You know, mine was very interesting. I really liked it. As I sort of would have predicted, the artist that I listened to the most was Melanie Martinez. I really, really like her content, and I've talked about this before in multiple streams. She just is such a wonderful artist. What she does with her songs and lyrics is just incredible to me. The song that I listened to the absolute most was Feel Better by Penelope Scott, which I really like the lyrics to, as well as like the music. It's a jam, really cool. I don't want to feel better. Could you freaking imagine? I think let me actually just bring it up really quick. I'm pretty sure that one second. Anyways, if you guys use Spotify, how are your how is your rewind? Maybe it was what you expected, maybe it wasn't. Let's see, what was Actually, I can probably get it up from Twitter. Oh, wait. Oh, by the way, please consider following my Twitter or my Instagram. They're all just at BlueMoonMonsoon. And BlueMoonMonsoon is my username for all of them. Twitter, Tumblr, Instagram, YouTube, Twitch, Poetizer. Please consider following if you enjoy my content, or I also feel like a lot of the stuff that I post and stuff is a bit better than my actual streaming skills, but that's just me. Doesn't hurt to check it out, Let's see what I was looking at. No, I'm pretty sure it was on the other one. Sorry, I am so very scatterbrained. Spotify ain't loading. That's kind of a problem. Alright, then I guess this isn't going to work out or something. I genuinely just do not know what's going Oh. It's gonna make me go through the entire thing all over again. Are you kidding me? Is that really necessary? Well, I guess I can review it all to you now. And action. If 2021 was a movie, you were the main character. And what's a movie without a soundtrack? The opening credits theme, Feel Better by Penelope Scott. I don't want to feel better. The song playing as you face off against your rival dance crew, Carousel by Melanie Martinez. The song playing as a single tear drops into your reflection in the pond, Bittersweet Tragedy by Melanie Martinez. You spent minutes listening. That's more than 49% of other listeners in Spotify. You had one song on repeat. Top song of the year was Feel Better by Penelope Scott, 19 times. Your top songs: Feel Better, Numbers, Drama Club, Psycho, Show and Tell. So, Feel Better by Penelope Scott was my number 1. My number 2 was Numbers by Melanie Martinez. Number 3 was Drama Club by Melanie Martinez. 4 was Psycho by Maya Rodriguez. And 5 was Show and Tell by Melanie Martinez. Wow, that is 3 out of 5 are Melanie Martinez. Cool. Oh, but now they're just added to your library. It's time to unveil your audio aura. It's kind of cool that they did do this. Your top music moods are focused and affectionate. Okay, thanks. You always understood the assignment. You listened to 43 different genres this year. That's a lot. Your top genres. Top genres: number 1, dance pop. Number 2, indie pop. Number 3, dream S&P. Yikes. Number 4, modern rock. And number 5, electro pop. Yeah, my favorite is definitely pop. I really like pop. How well do you know you? Yeah, I got this right. Let's play 2 truths and a lie. Let's see if you guys can guess. Top artist who appeared the most in your playlist was Lemon Demon. The song you binge listened to the most was Feel Better. Your number wait. Oh, sorry, it's not letting me. It's not letting me read the things. One second, let me try it over again. Let's see if you guys can get this right. 2 truths and a lie. Okay, choose the false statement. So these are the statements. The artist who appeared the most in your playlists was Lemon Demon. The song you binge listened to the most was Feel Better. Your number one Spotify playlist of the year was Daily Mix 1. Okay, I think I know which one is the lie. Let's see if you guys got it right. Yep, okay. The lie was the artist who appeared the most in your playlist was Lemon Demon. Nope, it was Melanie Martinez. Yep. Did you guys get it? Probably not, because you don't know me, but I don't know. You listened to 545 different artists, but the things got pretty serious with one, Melanie Martinez. I was not to love this year. Your top artists. Number 1, Melanie Martinez. Number 2, Penelope Scott. Number 3, 21 Pilots. Number 4, Lemon Demon. And number 5, Dodie. 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 I don't know how to pronounce it correctly, you know. All right. And then it just kind of wraps it up. Yep. Top artists. I just went over that. Top songs. Top genre, dance pop. Minutes listened. 6,143 minutes. Yep. Yippee skeppy sounds about right. You can also follow me on Spotify if you would like to. I have a lot of playlists with a lot of different, as you can tell from the fact that I listen to 46 different genres. I have a lot of different variety in the music that I like and save. So you could go ahead and follow me on Spotify if you wanted to. It's just BlueMoonMonsoon. Again. Yeah. I have 152 playlists. That's a lot of playlists. Yikes. 8 followers, and I'm following 181 different people. So follow me on Spotify if you want. That would be cool. I think I'm going to wrap up the stream now. One moment. Yawn, yawn, yawnity, yawn, yawn, yawn. I'm very, very sleepy. If you can already tell. Very, very, very sleepy. So very sleepy. So very sleepy. All right. I really, really wish I could sing something right now for you guys, but I don't know if that would get me copyright claimed or not. I guess I could sing something that I make up, but or I know something that probably wouldn't be copyright claimed, but it's kind of silly. Which one is it? I can't remember. I'm not. Took myself to the picture show, sat myself in front row. Hold on me. Yeah, I don't remember most lyrics, but I really, really wish I could sing something for you guys right now. I really enjoy singing Adele and Melanie Martinez. Those are my two favorite artists to sing songs from. But I have like a lot of their songs memorized. I actually have an entire Cerebellus song memorized, but actually, let me look something up really quick. 1 second. Bear with me, please. Oh, I guess I can't. That makes me kind of sad. There is one song that isn't copyright claimed that I know, but I don't know if I know all of the lyrics. 1 second. And I am almost positive that this is not copyright claimed. So if I get copyright claimed, I am so sorry, YouTube. It was not intentional. I was almost positive that it was not copyright claimed. Okay. It's called Rockin' Robin, and it's from the 1950s. Tweedledee, 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 tweed. He rocks in the treetops all day long, hopping and a bopping and singing his song. All the little birds on Jaybird Street love to hear the robin go tweet, 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 rockin' robin. Tweet, tweet, rockin' robin. Tweet, tweet, blow rockin' robin, 'cause we're really gonna rock tonight. Every little swallow, every chickadee, every little bird in the tall oak tree, the wise old owl, the big black crow, flapping their wings, singing, go bird, go, rockin' robin. Tweet, tweet, rockin' robin. Tweet, tweet, blow rockin' robin, 'cause we're really gonna rock tonight. A pretty little raven had the bird bandstand, taught him how to do the bop. It was grand. Started going steady and bless my soul. He out-bopped buzzing in the oriole. He rocks in the treetops all day long, hopping and a-bopping and a-singing his song. All the little birds on Jaybird Street love to hear the robin go tweet, 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 rockin' robin. Tweet, tweet, rockin' robin. Tweet, tweet, blow rockin' robin, 'cause we're really gonna rock tonight. Well, the pretty little raven at the big bandstand taught him how to do the bop. It was grand. I'm not sure I'm singing that part right. The star going steady and bless my soul. He out-bopped buzzing in the oriole. He rocks in the treetop all day long, hopping and a-bopping and a-singing his song. All the little birds on Jaybird Street love to hear the robin go tweet, 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 rockin' robin. Tweet, tweet, rockin' robin. Tweet, tweet, blow rockin' robin, 'cause we're really gonna rock tonight. Tweedly, 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 tweet, 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 tweet. Hopefully I won't get copyright claimed for that. I'm pretty sure I won't because I'm pretty sure it's not copyrighted. It's like one of the few most commonly known songs that isn't copyrighted. Maybe I'm assuming that it's commonly known. I mean, I'm pretty sure Bobby Day was the first one to write it, but I mean, it was redone by Michael Jackson. So, hopefully you enjoyed that. I don't know. Hopefully my voice was good. I swear I can sing better when it's a song that I know better and stuff, but man, I really wish I could sing some other songs that I really like. But you know, a lot of the songs that I really like are copyright claimed, so that's real convenient. Actually, one second. One second. It seems like it's not copyrighted, but okay, well, that seems like way too much of an internet rabbit hole to go down right now. So we're just gonna never know. Yay! Maybe I should just get to know more non-copyrighted songs. But then again, it's kind of hard to find non-copyrighted songs that are good, I feel like. Because they're so obscure, I feel like. So, that's kind of a bummer. It's part of why I have a problem figuring out what to play in the background of my streams, because it's hard to find a non-copyrighted music. You know? Like, seriously, what do they think I'm going to do with their song? But I still respect copyright claims and everything. Alright, I'm gonna wrap up the stream now. It's getting way too dark and I want to do more interesting stuff right now. And I really want to be able to see more because these sunglasses are limiting. But I must not show my eyes. The identity I must hide behind the lenses. Dramaticness. Anyways, I hope you guys had a good stream. I had a good stream. I hope you guys enjoyed. You guys had a wonderful day. And that you have good dreams tonight. Have a great day tomorrow. Hope you enjoyed what you got to see. Thank you for watching. Especially those that watched while I was live. But I also appreciate those that are watching this afterwards. Please consider liking and subscribing. It's free and you can unsubscribe at any time. Sorry I said it like that because every YouTuber seems to say that, but I mean it's true. So can't hurt, right? Can only help. Please. Please, I'm begging. Thank you for watching. gonna wish you guys good night. In case you don't call or remember, I'm BlueMoonMonsoon or Moony, and I wish you adieu. Good night.